What's good, YouTube? This your boy Money Mitch TV. Just coming to you straight up the hip about a topic I have on the NBA's 2016-2017 season, and the topic is dark horse candidates for the most valuable player award of this year. And I have, several players I want to name that might be dark horse candidates, and it's kind of funny that out of the candidates I named, 3 of them are from the Eastern Conference and 2 of them are from the Western Conference. My first dark horse candidate is Giannis Antetokounmpo, and the reason why I'm going to say Giannis Antetokounmpo is my first dark horse candidate because he is set to be an all-star this year. Now, if the Milwaukee Bucks make the right moves on running plays, making Giannis the number 1 option, if he averaged over maybe let's just say 22 points a game, 8 assists and 8 rebounds, which that's great numbers for an all-star, which that will raise his PER numbers up too, he will have a chance to be MVP. If the Bucks go at least to the 3rd or the 2nd seed of the Eastern Conference, he have a chance to be an MVP. My next choice is ball player from the Western Conference is James Harden. Yes, James Harden. I think James Harden has a better chance than Giannis, also because James Harden just been appointed as the starting point guard for the Houston Rockets, and plus James Harden has a coach that's like a match made in heaven for him, and Mike D'Antoni. You just remember Mike D'Antoni have made a lot of point guards good, like Steve Nash. That's a prime example. Remember, Steve Nash was a 2-time MVP, and also, by the Houston Rockets placing Mike D'Antoni placing James Harden as the starting point guard, that will make James Harden a bigger threat on the offensive end, where he'll be able to handle the ball more, he'll be able to shoot more when he feel like it, he'll be able to run plays more. But the only thing that's going to be James Harden's downfall is his defense. Now, if he doesn't contribute any in defense, he will not be a candidate for the MVP race. Now, James Harden this year doesn't have an excuse because the Houston Rockets have made efforts of picking great offensive players like Ryan Anderson, a great stretch forward that can stretch the floor, that can shoot from 3, that's also can rebound too. Eric Gordon, a serviceable 2 guard that can create his own shots, and also picking up Nene. That's also good too. A serviceable center that can also create his own shots. Another candidate I want to pick is Kyrie Irving. Yes, Kyrie Irving, aka Uncle Drew. And the reason why I'm going to pick Kyrie Irving because this is the year that LeBron is going to kind of take a step back offensively, and he's going to give the full reins to Kyrie Irving. Now, don't be surprised when you see this, where Kyrie Irving is going to average about 25 to maybe 27 points a game, 5 assists, and maybe 3 rebounds. But just don't be surprised when Kyrie Irving is just going crazy on the court, and the Cavs is making an incredible run to the 1 seed. If that happened, Kyrie Irving will be a definite dark horse lock for the MVP. Another one is Carmelo Anthony. Yes, Carmelo Anthony. And here's the reason why. This year, the New York Knicks have got better on their roster by leaps and bounds. And this is the year that Carmelo Anthony needs to lead the New York Knicks. I'll give you this. This is the very last year that Carmelo needs to step it up and win the MVP trophy this year. He has a great chance. The situation that Carmelo Anthony is going through reminds me of the 2004 situation that Kevin Garnett was going through with the Timberwolves when he was with the Timberwolves for a long time, and there was a losing team, then they became a winning team. And then finally that 1 year that the Timberwolves had a great roster with Wally Zerbiak, Latrell Sprewell, also Sam Cassell. That was the year when Kevin Garnett became an All-Star and Sam Cassell became an All-Star. And that same team went to the Western Conference Finals, and the team that stopped them from going to the finals was the Los Angeles Lakers, which that was another team at that year that was an overpowered team where they had Karl Malone and Gary Payton on that squad. But that's the situation that Carmelo Anthony is going through. It reminded me of that situation that Kevin Garnett was going through. This is pretty much the last year that Carmelo needs to step it up and be in the playoffs and deep in the playoffs and win the MVP. Now here's this: if Carmelo Anthony and the New York Knicks doesn't get it done, don't be surprised that Carmelo Anthony asks for a trade next year. And the reason why, remember, last year Carmelo Anthony signed his no trade clause so he can get traded anytime. So keep that in mind. Also, my other dark horse candidate is, yes, Paul George. If you look at Paul George's team, Paul George has a great team that's put together. They still have a solid bench. Look at their starting lineup. Jeff Teague at the 1, Monte Ellis at the 2, Paul George at the 3, Thaddeus Young at the 4, Miles Turner at the 5, Al Jefferson, a serviceable big man that can average a double-double if he feel like it, can come off the bench and be a great asset off the bench for that squad. The Pacers are very deep this year. They could go deep into the playoffs. If Paul George plays like he played last year and take the Pacers to the 2nd seed or the 1st seed, then Paul George can be a dark horse MVP candidate. Or he could just win the MVP this year. He might be in the top 3 if it goes his way this year. And last but not least, Anthony Davis. By watching the monster game Anthony Davis had, scoring 50 points on the opening night of the NBA season, it made me think Anthony Davis does have a chance. He still has Tyreke Evans. He still has Drew Holiday, but Drew Holiday is on leave until further notice. Solomon Hill, Antoine Moore. He has Terrence Jones. He has some, mediocre pieces, but this is the year Anthony Davis can carry his team to the playoffs. But the reason why I pick Anthony Davis because his play. But if everything goes right and they play great team ball and they move the ball well, and Anthony Davis goes in every night scoring at least 25 to 30 points a game with 12 rebounds and maybe like 2 block shots, he has a chance. And also Tyreke Evans need to step up, Antoine Moore need to step up, also Drew Holiday. I hope all prayers to Drew Holiday. I hope his wife feels better so he can come back and ball out. And that's pretty much for my predictions. So just think about it for the 6 dark horse candidates for the MVP: Giannis Antetokounmpo, James Harden, Kyrie Irving, and Carmelo Anthony, Paul George, and last but not least, Anthony Davis. Just think about it. Like, comment, and subscribe. Give me your opinion on this, what you think about these 6 dark horse candidates for the MVP of the 2016-2017 NBA season. This is your boy Money Mitch TV, and I'm out. Gone.